Hi everybody and welcome back to some more Project Cars 2 here on this channel. I'm KPG-GOONER here. By the time this video releases, it'll be the 1st of December, so Merry Christmas to all. Hope you're looking forward to that festive time. Now in today's episode we're in the next round of this championship in the Lamborghini. Let's get straight into it, and we're going to be doing 2 races in today's episode, and I think it's going to be a good one, so let's get straight into the racing. Right, let's keep it nice and tight into that turn. Let's try and gain on the car in front. We might be able to get a little bit slipstream. And oh god, our time's dropped down to 16th. We did have 3rd place after our first lap, but now the times are coming in. We've dropped down, so we've got to up the pace. And this is a tricky circuit. It's not one of my best, but I'm trying my best. I am enjoying this series so far. And if you didn't check the first video out for the first 2 rounds, click that icon in the right hand corner and check that video out. Right, let's just try and just gain a little bit of time here. Can we push it? No, we're not going to gain on him through there. Just trying to hold the speed. And these cars are pretty well balanced. I haven't had to adjust too much on the settings on these cars, which is good. Right, so what time are we going to get here? Please improve from the first lap. And over the finish line. Oh, 3rd place. That's not bad, but I think I'll go another lap and see if we can better that. Right, so we got to the end of the qualifying session and we took 3rd in the end, but a fellow Brit took 1st place, so we're going to have to up our pace in this race if we want to win this one. So let's get straight into it and see if we can push this car a little bit harder. So here we go. Right, so here we go with the race. So it's a session time of 11 minutes and we need to be in 1st place once that time ticks down. And we're starting off with a rolling start. And these rolling starts can be very tricky on circuits like this because you start off at a greater pace into those first corners and sometimes there's accidents. So we've got to try and stay away from them. And let's see if we can get a good start here. And we got a car right in our inside, which is going to cause problems into that first right-hander. Let's just try and hold it a little bit to the left and get a good drive around the turn. Oh God, a little bit of contact there. He sort of stopped at mid-corner, but I didn't knock him out the race, and I've just pulled back and I can get away with that. But there was a few little smashes behind me and that's caused them to just lose a bit of pace. Oh god, I thought I was going to get through there, but a nice defensive move from the guy in 2nd. But we just got to stick with these 2 for at least the first lap, get some heat in the tyres, and hopefully we can start pushing. Now our pace wasn't too bad. I think we were just under half a second off the fastest time in qualifying, so we know that we can keep up with these cars. We just got to try and avoid making any mistakes. Now I do like these Lamborghinis. This has been one of the best series so far. The first round was fantastic, so let's just try and hold it into that turn. Just try and get a nice drive round there, and they're just starting to pull away. I'm not up to speed yet, so sometimes it takes me a lap or so, because like I said, sometimes these races, although it says the tyres have got decent temperature, it just don't feel like you've got the grip in the first couple of laps. It takes at least into lap 2 or 3 when I start feeling I can push the car. Right, let's just try and stick with them and try and just gain a little bit of time through that turn. Nicely does it. We're starting to put this guy in 2nd under pressure already, and that's what we want to do. Just keep it nice and tight around that turn. Wait until you've got that front end. And the car, these cars do struggle to turn in. You've got to slow down once you feel like you've got the turn, and then you start applying the power because they just don't. They're not as. I don't know what it is, they just understeer quite a bit, but like I said, I haven't really adjusted any of these cars yet really. They're quite well balanced, so let's just see if we can just gain a little bit of time into this first turn again. Is he going to slow down through that? Oh, he's a little bit quicker through that time, but we still got a better drive from him, and we should be able to slip past. And are we clear? Yes, we are, and we are into 2nd place. Fantastic, right behind the leader. Now let's see if we can push. I feel like I've got a bit more grip now, and that is going to work in our favour. And we are getting a little bit of slipstream here, but I don't think we're going to be able to get past him here. And let's just try and stick with him. Back off through here. This is a very tricky section. Try and muck it up. Nice and steady through there. Nicely done it. And just keep it nice and tight again. Oh, he's got a little bit wider. Maybe that's better to go a little bit wider through there. I'm not sure. And I just kept it nice and tight. Loads of smoke coming from my car from behind. Really chewing up those tyres. And again, I hate this corner. Really struggle. God, just trying to keep the car on the circuit there. Do seem to veer off to the right there. I'm going to have to be careful through there. Let's keep it nice and steady around this corner and accelerate. Let's see if we can just close the gap we're racing at a decent pace. I mean, the guy in first is definitely a lot quicker, but if we can just gain a bit of slipstream on some of the straights, we might be able to just close in on him and hopefully take first place. That would be a good start in today's episode if we can get a win. We've got perfect conditions around this United States circuit, and I've had some good races around here on Project Cars 1. I haven't had many races around it on Project Cars 2, but it's time to get on this circuit because it is a very popular circuit online, I find. So I'm going to have to get on it and get really, really good and fast on it, and all different types of cars. And hopefully we will be doing some online racing on this circuit and next week, guys, because we're going to be doing some live streams. So let's keep it nice and steady through there. Nicely done it again. We seem to be quick through that first right-hander, and we're gaining a little bit of time. Can we get a bit of slipstream up the hill? Let's keep it nice and steady. Don't lose it. And we're getting a good drive up there. This is where I may be able to slip past. Are we going to get side by side? He's just trying to hold the middle of the road, just avoiding me having the space to get past, and I don't think I'm going to have the pace to get past him here. I'm going to have to back off again. Oh, it's going to be one of them, guys. It's going to be whether I can, well, as they say, who dares wins. I'm going to have to take a risk and try and get past at another point on the circuit. That's the only area I seem to be quicker than the car in front, but we have slightly pulled away from the cars behind, which is good. Oh God, got one slightly wider there. Just trying to slow it down and get it turned in. Oh God, almost hit the barrier. Again, struggling on that turn, and that is costing me quite a bit of time. I've got to get over that. Right, let's keep it nice and steady through that corner. We need to close the gap again, and we have dropped off the pace, but we've still got 6 minutes of this session to go, so we've still got quite a few laps to go, and there's still time. So let's keep it nice and steady through there. As long as we keep it on the black stuff, we're going to be okay. Let's keep it nice and steady through there. Get a nice drive. And if you didn't know, guys, I'm using a G29 now at the moment until my Thrustmaster gets fixed. Just had an issue with the calibration on it, but it's still always over 2 years old. You're bound to get a little bit of issues here and there, so it's going to be fixed, and then hopefully I'll be back on it again in a couple of months' time. Not sure how long Thrustmaster are going to take to fix it. Right, let's just keep it nice and steady, and let's keep it nice and controlled through there, slowed it down and get a good drive. Not as quick as we've been previous through there, but we are gaining on him again. We need to get a good drive up the hill just to close that gap, and we are. Nicely does it, but we're not going to be anywhere near him to get past this time. We need to just close that gap a little bit more through that section if we want to get past. So let's just try and keep up with him through here, just keeping it nice and steady and making sure that we don't lose any more ground. And this is our fastest sector so far through there. That's not too bad. Right, let's not muck this section up. Slow it down, keep it nice and tight, making sure that we don't go to the right there. Nicely does it. That was much better. That's a really, I don't know why that corner's so tricky. I was struggling through there in qualifying. The car just doesn't turn very well through there. Right, it's getting a nice drive up the hill, and that car in front is just slightly pulling away, but we are doing okay. That was our fastest second sector there, so we are just pushing a little bit harder here. Let's just see if we can go a little bit more in the next lap and hopefully get past this car in front. But I'll take second place now. I think the next race we are in Germany for the Nürburgring GP, and that is going to be a tricky circuit to race in these cars, so I'm looking forward to that one. Let's keep it nice and steady through there. Nicely does it. And now we need to go for it here. We need to get past before that last lap. So let's see if we can just push it a little bit more. And we just set the fastest lap, so we're doing okay. Let's see if we can just push it a little bit harder. That's nice through there. Drive it up the hill. See if we can get any slipstream. Yes, that's nicely does it. And we felt a good, nice pace through there. Can we get past him, or is he going to close me down? Oh God, we're going to go side by side. This is going to be scary. Can we get and hold the position? Oh God, I think there was a little, almost just a little bit of a graze there, and I bottled it. Oh God, a little bit of contact there. just back off. I don't want to take him out. I want to win the race fairly. And we just mucked that up. I just lost my bottle into that turn, and he took the position back. You need to be brave in there, but it's such a tricky... Oh God, I made a mistake. Oh my God, I didn't brake enough, and that's the problem I'm having on the G29. The brake pedal is so stiff. Sometimes I feel like I'm braking, but obviously not enough, and I didn't get turned in. Oh, that is a real error, and that could have cost me the chance of winning this race. And obviously I've got an invalid lap as well. Oh, this is so frustrating. Right, we need to just try and regain ourselves. Hopefully we haven't completely blown our chances. I'm not sure how many more laps we're going to have, or the next one's going to be the last lap. Looking at the time, we're doing laps of just under 150 seconds, and it's gone down to 2 minutes. Is it going to be one more lap, or is it going to be two? Let's see. And coming around the last corner, I think it's going to be one more lap. I think it is. Oh, only just. It's going to be one more lap. Oh my God, this is going to be so tough. I need to carry a decent speed through this turn, and we've got to go for it here. And that was awesome. He just slowed down through there, and that is played into our hands. We've got a decent pace up the hill. We should be able to get this slipstream through here. Oh, I'm getting really excited here. I wasn't expecting to have another chance at this race win, and we've got to take it here. And we're getting in this slipstream. We need to not bottle it this time, and we're coming alongside of him into this corner. Is he going to brake before me? Oh God, just mucked up the braking. Oh, just made it through there, just onto the curb, and it took a little bit of contact there as he just tried to nip past, but I had the better line there, so that was okay. Just trying to hold it through there. He's not giving up yet, and there's smoke coming out the back of from my tyres, and this is where I mucked it up in the last lap. Let's not muck it up this time. Let's keep it nice and tight. This car is not going to go away, and we've managed to hold it, and he got a good drive around that corner. It's going to be a fight to the end. What a last lap this is going to be if I can go on to win it here after making that mistake on the last lap, and that's not too bad through there, but he is right behind me. Any mistake I make now, I'm going to pay for it, because I think the cars behind him have caught up as well. So it looks like anything could happen here. If I make one mistake, I could lose more than one place. Let's just try and keep it nice and tight and just hold those positions, be nice and defensive, holding the inside line and just forcing him to go on the outside. And I think we've just gone through there okay, but we're coming to the last couple of corners. If I make these corners, we're going to take the victory, and this is going to be fantastic. What a result this is going to be after that mistake on the last lap. I cannot believe this, and we do. We're going to take the race win in America. Fantastic. Oh my God, what a race that was. I really enjoyed that. Not sure whether we had the fastest lap at the end of it, but boy, did we go for it there. Oh God, I'm actually sweating. I don't know why, but I'm actually sweating. I got really tense in those last couple of laps. Right, so we move on to the next round, guys, and I think, like I said, we're in Germany, so let's get straight into that. It's going to be a good one, so let's just get straight into it. Right, so just had a 10-minute break just to relax after that really tense battle in that last round, and now we move on to Germany. Now this is going to be a real difficult race. This is a challenging circuit. What conditions are we going to get? Hopefully it's going to be it's going to be rain. Oh, you're kidding me. This is going to be a battle. Let's just get straight into qualifying. So here we go. Right, so that's the out lap out the way, and I think this race is going to be an absolute nightmare. At the start it said light rain, but the rain is actually getting harder, and the puddles on that out lap were ridiculous. I almost crashed about 3 or 4 times, and I was struggling to keep up with some of the other cars. So I could see this one being very challenging. I mean, Nürburgring GP is not a bad circuit for me, but in the wet, oh my God, I wasn't expecting the amount of puddles there is on the circuit. So if the race is going to be in these sort of conditions, it's going to be very tricky, especially if I get behind and I need to push, because I just don't seem to be able to push too hard in these conditions. I was losing the front end a lot. Be careful through there and accelerate. Oh my God, the wheels are all over the place. Just got to be careful, because the puddles seem to be in the worst areas as well, mainly in the braking zones. When you're just trying to slow the car down, you sort of hit the puddles and that's it, game over. Just don't. And again, there we go. just not getting the brake in there and almost went off circuit. And I don't think I'm going to be very quick. I'm just going to take whatever lap time I get here because I think the conditions are getting worse and I don't think I'm going to go any quicker. And there was a puddle on that corner. Yes, it's getting bigger as well. Be careful accelerating out there. And again, there you go. The wheels all over the place. Just struggling to get the grip. Let's keep it nice and steady through here. This is another area where I almost crashed. Let's keep it nice and steady. Oh, it feels like I'm flipping skating here. What the hell? Oh my God, the wheels are all over the place. And slow it down. Again, this is another area where I almost crashed it. And really struggling to slow the car down. Right, let's keep it nice and steady around this turn. And that's not too bad there. Right, let's just get up to speed and try and get through this really difficult chicane. And try not to... Oh, bloody hell, that puddle's massive now. It wasn't that big on the out lap. Seriously. Oh, my God. Let's just slow it down. Keep it nice and steady. Oh, God. Just managed to get through there. Okay. Bloody window wipers going at full pelt here. Right, let's just try to slow it down. Get nice and tight and accelerate. What time are we going to get here? I don't think we're going to be the quickest, or are we? Oh my God! Yes, we get first place. I don't think it's not going to stay. But you know what? I'm going to take it. So that's it. That's me for the session. Seriously? 104? Half the time that I did? I think that's a bug, Slightly Mad Studios. Hopefully your little fix that's coming very, very soon fixes these issues, because that is not acceptable. Right, so it's absolutely pissing it down, and this is going to make the race really challenging. I'm starting second on a rolling start as the game decided to screw me over. Hopefully it doesn't screw me over in the race. Let's see if we can get a nice start here. Oh God, there's a bit of puddle on that corner. Let's see if we can get a good start, and off we go. That wasn't the greatest, and I've got a car coming up the inside, and I've got quite a few cars sitting right behind me. Oh my God, this is going to be a nightmare. And we're going to have to start slowing it down. Slow it down, slow it down. Oh God, I got shunted from behind. I hit the car in front, but can we get into this first corner without too many contacts? Oh God, that car just went into the side of me, but that's okay. We've managed just to hold on to it, and we didn't lose a place. So we're up into second again, and hopefully we can hold on to this place. Oh my God, look at the spray coming off the circuit. Oh, the water on the circuit is ridiculous, and it feels like I'm skating again. Oh God, be careful around there. I've just got to try and stick with the car in front. Hopefully we can just stay with this car and hopefully get past. We're not sure what the conditions are going to be like throughout the race. Sometimes it gets worse, sometimes it gets better. We're just going to have to just try and stick with this car. I think a second place finish wouldn't be the end of the world, as we are doing really well in the championship. Right, this corner is going to be a nightmare. There was loads of water on it on the previous qualifying session. Oh God, that puddle's huge, but that car just went straight through it. That should slow him down. It did a bit, and let's see if we can get in his slipstream. Actually, I don't really want to be in his slipstream because I can't see anything with the spray coming off the car. Right, let's keep it nice and steady through here. We know that's a tricky section, and again, just losing a little bit of traction through there, but just managing to just keep it steady in the middle of the circuit. Right, slow it down early for that turn. We know that we were struggling through there, and you just looking at the water on the surface is ridiculous, but it is all a part of these championships. Having the dynamic weather, it adds to the difficulty. Right, let's keep it nice. Oh God, hit that puddle there. Be careful, Gooner. We don't need to push it too hard just yet. We've got plenty of time to try and mount a challenge for this race, and that wasn't too bad through there. And overall, not... God, almost lost it there. Not the worst first lap. We had a tricky start into that first right-hand turn, which is always challenging. You always get missiles going into you through there. If you race online, it's the worst corner on any circuit, I think, for people just trying to go up the inside at too great a pace and not being able to brake. Right, so we should be able to come alongside this car. Are we going to be able to get past him here? Slow it down, slow it down. And I think we're going to just nick it. And I think we are clear. Oh God, just struggled to get the traction, and we've managed to take the lead. Fantastic. So into first place. Let's see if we can just carry on and try and extend the lead we've got here, because we don't know what the conditions are going to do, and if it dries up, you never know, they might be quicker than me in the dry, and that could be a real challenging ending, as you've seen in previous races on this game. And we just need to keep going, so let's keep pushing as hard as possible. Oh my god, the sun is absolutely beaming now, and the track is drying up so quick over the last lap or so. And I said that it might dry up, but I didn't think it would dry up this quick. And this is probably the first time I've had a race where it's been the reverse. Instead of being sunny and then start raining, it's been raining and it's drying up completely. There's a few puddles here and there, but I think by the end of the race it's going to be completely dry. How are the tyres going to handle the circuit? Because we're on wets. Are they going to chew up? Are the cars from behind us going to start gaining on us? Oh, it's going to be very, very tricky. So I've got to make sure I maintain a decent pace. So let's just keep it nice and steady. Hopefully we should be okay. We did manage to get at least a 4 or 5 second lead in the wet, and we've taken advantage of that. God dear, that sun is so bright, and it can be very, very annoying when you get that sun glare into a sharp turn. And again, just that sun setting over the horizon there. That's not too bad. Try to steer away from that puddle in that corner, but I reckon by the next lap that's going to be gone. Let's just keep it nice and controlled through here, and we're not going to have the issue with the losing the grip through there. That was much better. Let's keep it nice and steady, slow it down, and the brakes are responding better as well, and the tyres don't look too bad, so they're not chewing up too much. But I have had a couple of races, if you've seen all the videos in this walkthrough, where it's got a little bit warmer and the tyres have started to burn up really badly when you're still on the wets, but they look okay at the moment. Let's just slow it down into this section, and we're really starting to go now. The times are really starting to come down, and they will do, but we've still got at least a 4 second lead, and I'm hoping that should be okay. But it looks like we've got at least another 2 laps, possibly maybe 1, I'm not sure. I reckon it's going to be 2, because we're going to be a lot quicker now, so we're just going to have to keep putting our foot down and keep speeding up. Seriously, I cannot believe how much time they've taken out of my lead in that last lap. Nearly 3 seconds. Unbelievable pace by the cars behind. And I'm starting to really struggle with that. Left front tyre is starting to overheat as the road is completely dry now, and those wets are starting to chew up. But it doesn't look like the cars behind are affected by that. It's just me, and I am struggling. We're on the last lap here, and we could throw this all away. So we need to keep it nice and steady. There's still a puddle there, and I've got to flipping hit it. What the hell are you doing, Gooner? You're going to lose it here, and that car is really starting to put me under pressure. But that left-hand front tyre is bloody orange. It's just feeling a little bit uneasy, just trying to steer the front end of the car, and under braking as well. It's going to cause us a little bit of an issue into these last few corners. I've just got to try and stay defensive. I'll tell you what, guys, if there was one more lap in this race, we could have lost a lot of positions, because they're definitely at a great pace. I'm not sure what sort of times they're doing, but it's got to be at least 2 seconds, maybe 3 seconds quicker than what I'm doing, and that is a real difference. I don't know whether it's because I'm not set up for this. I'm not sure what it is, but I just cannot believe the pace of the cars behind. So we've got to just try and keep it nice and steady through here, and try and hold the corners. Hopefully they're not going to get past. I think we're going to be all right. If we hold this on the inside, we should be okay. That front tyre is still burning up a bit, but it's going to hold firm. Yes, it does, and we're going to take the race win. But like I said, guys, if we had one more lap to go, I don't think we would have finished in the top 10, because we really were struggling for pace. The tyres just went off, and look at the times, 2:02, 2:03, so much quicker once it started getting dry, and that is unbelievable. So let's get straight into the results. Right, so that brings us to the end of the episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please smash that like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed. And look at the time there as well, 2:01.7. They definitely were on the pace in that race, and I got lucky. I hope you stay tuned for the next couple of rounds and the rest of the series. Please stay tuned, and I will see you very soon.